It needs to be redone, but whether the railroad or whatever, it always takes a catastrophe for anything to get done, no matter what it is.
People are sharing concerns about a railroad bridge over the Parkway in Carnegie. The rust is obvious, and pieces can be seen hanging off of it. KDKA Investigates has been looking into this bridge's condition after hearing from some of you.
It took an 8-month investigation to get answers. Here's KDKA investigator Erica Stanish.
For months, we've been asking questions about the bridge hitting roadblock after roadblock because federal law makes the reports unavailable to the public. But we didn't stop asking and eventually got answers. In December of 2025, KDKA Investigates began looking into the condition of a railroad bridge, better known as Whiskey Run Viaduct, traveling over I-376 in Carnegie, where according to PennDOT, nearly 90,000 vehicles travel under every single day. Our investigation began after pictures began circulating online showing the bridge with holes, rust chipping away, and pieces dangling or falling to the ground below. According to the Federal Railroad Administration, the safety of the bridge, including inspections, maintenance, and repairs, is the sole responsibility of the owner, which in this case is Wheeling and Lake Erie Railway Company. We sent them emails in mid-December and again in January, formally requesting inspection reports, waiting 3 months before getting denied. We followed up again in June, but never got a response from anyone in the company. And while the Parkway is right underneath the bridge, PennDOT tells us it has no oversight, only when or if repairs could impact traffic.
It's frightening, and I'm sure the people that travel it feel the same way.
Joe Marnick works near the railroad bridge and says he'll see crews from time to time coming to look at the bridge and shares concerns with others to whether it's structurally sound. We took their concerns to Congressman Chris DeLuzio, showing him video we shot of the rusted bridge.
Anyone who's ridden on the Parkway there has seen this. It looks terrible.
Because DeLuzio is an elected official, his office is allowed to request and obtain summaries of railroad inspection reports, but the information is limited.
Can we trust that they are keeping them up to standard?
I don't know, and part of this gets to it's too hard to see the inspection reports, and who does those reports? It's the railroads. And I wanted to have a very different regime where the public can get access to these reports whenever they want so that experts can look at this and see if things are safe.
DeLuzio has spent years pushing for local rail safety after the train derailment in East Palestine, noting it's unclear what the trains on this bridge are carrying high above thousands of drivers.
The train that derailed in East Palestine, that was headed this direction on the tracks that are right here in Etna and all along the Allegheny River in this part of Allegheny County. So we know they carry dangerous stuff. We should have some confidence that their infrastructure is safe and that they have to operate safely when they're putting chemicals and things like that through our communities.
Congressman DeLuzio requested the inspection records in June. In August, his office shared the results with us, showing the last annual inspection was on February 20th. According to the railroad, the condition of the bridge has the capacity of safely carrying traffic being operated over the bridge. DeLuzio's office reports a special inspection was also conducted in mid-December after the railroad received inquiries about its condition. Our cameras also caught crews working on the bridge at the end of July.
It shouldn't just be railroads regulating themselves. That if someone is reporting something unsafe, has some evidence of that, the Department of Transportation then has to take action. Because again, the current regime is the railroads inspecting themselves.
DeLuzio says he and other congressmen are pushing for transparency, working to change the law so these records are available to anyone.
Local officials are not armed to even get this information. That's part of the problem here. It can't just have to be a member of Congress requesting this. The media should be able to get these reports. Local officials should be able to get these reports. PennDOT should be able to get these reports.
In order to learn more about the condition of the bridge, we talked to a local structural engineer.
I can understand that the public has concerns with all the rust, and there are some holes. Those holes we call section loss. You know, when you have a hole, it's 100% section loss.
Gary Miller says the more than 120-year-old bridge hasn't had a paint job since it was built, but says it was designed to withstand a certain amount of rust and believes the section loss seen isn't compromising its structural capacity.
This thing Probably they'll keep replacing small parts, welding in new plates, and keep doing this until a point where the repair becomes so prohibitive as far as expense-wise, they might consider replacing them. But I don't see that happening in the next 20 to 40 years. Quite honestly, they're so over-designed.
Our KDKA drone also giving us a view directly underneath a portion of the bridge, something Miller requested to get a better idea of the condition.
I wanted to see close-up shots to the main load-bearing members directly underneath the bridge and see whether there was high degrees of section loss that would weaken it, and I didn't see that. I just saw surface rust.
And as for the pieces that are broken or have fallen to the ground, Miller says they're not primary load-bearing members, but were there for bracing and as a secondary member.
Overall, right now, the structure, I don't have anxieties driving under the bridge or seeing what I'm seeing at this point.
Congressman DeLuzio's office reached out to the railway company to ask them what crews were doing when our cameras captured them working on the bridge last month. We're still waiting to hear back. Erica Stanish, KDKA TV News.